Hi, this is Mr. Nazarian. Our learning objectives today are I can solve real-world problems that involve multiplication of fractions and mixed numbers, 5th grade standard numbers and fractions B6, and also I can use what I know about division problems involving fractions to solve real-world problems, 5th grade standard numbers and fractions B7C. First problem, Brandon uses 1 4/5 of a stick of butter for a batch of cupcakes. How many sticks of butter will he need to make 4 batches of cupcakes? So, as always, look for what's the question first. What is it that we need to solve? How many sticks of butter will he need to make 4 batches of cupcakes? Okay. And then we're going to look at, since we know what the question is, we want to know how many sticks, we look at what's important information here. Well, we know that it takes 1 4/5 of a stick of butter for 1 batch of cupcakes, and we know that we want to figure out how much butter there is for 4 batches. So that's important numbers there. So, as we're going to use the array model here to find out what 4 groups of 1 4/5 are. So we're doing 4 times 1 4/5. We're breaking up the this mixed number of 1 4/5 into whole numbers, 1, and the fraction part of that mixed number, which is 4/5. So all we need to do is each one of these parts. So 4 times 1, that one's an easy one, is going to give us 4, right? And then 4 times 4/5, so 4 groups of the 4/5. Remember that we're going to take this whole number and multiply it times the numerator, because 4 is the same as 4 over 1. So 4 times 4 is 16. And remember, 4 is the same as 4 over 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. So it is the same as 4 and 16/15. However, 16 fifths. However, 16/5 is an improper fraction, so it'll be a lot easier to work with if we change this into a mixed number. So what would 16/5 be as a mixed number? Let's see here. 5 goes into 16 3 times, which would be 15, right? 3 times 5 is 15. And then what's the difference between 16 and 15? It's just 1. So it'd be 3 1/5. Check that again. 5 times 3 is 15 plus the 1, 16. So yep. So we've got 3 1/5 and 4. So 4 groups of 1 and 4/5 is going to give us 4 and 3 1/5. So 4 plus 3 is 7. And then the 1/5 as well. So the answer to the question, how many batches, how many sticks of butter will he need to make 4 batches? He will need 7 1/5 sticks of butter. Oops. There we go. Sticks of, sorry, this is always so sloppy writing with the mouse, but you've got it, right? Okay. Okay, next one, next problem. So, Owen has 2/3 of a pound of gold. He divides it into 5 equal portions and puts it into separate little boxes. How much gold would be in each box? So, again, first we look at the question. How much gold is he going to have in each box? And we know that he has 2/3 of a pound of gold total. So, he's not going to have, oops, hold on a second here. So, this is important information, how much gold he has to start off with. He has a total of 2/3 pounds of gold, and we know that he wants to divide it into 5 equal parts, so that's a pretty good indicator of what kind of operation we're going to use here. We're going to take this number and we're going to divide it by 5. So, first, remember, as a visual representation, we are going to take this whole rectangle here represents 1 pound of gold. And then first we want to show, as a visual representation, we always want to show what does a dividend look like first. So we have this 1 whole pound of gold. We cut it into 3 equal parts, and we shade in 2 of them. And that represents the amount of gold that he has, 2/3 of a pound. Now this we're going to divide into 5 equal parts. So this might not be exactly even parts, but I'm going to do my best. Okay. So we just divided this horizontally into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, as you can see across here, right? So the question again is, how much gold would be in each box? So each of these rows represents one box, right? So you can see that this is one box, right? And there's 2 sections that are shaded in. So it's going to be 2 out of all of these sections. Because remember, this whole thing, included the non-shaded part, is 1 pound, right? So he's going to have 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the total will be 2/15 of a pound. I'm just going to write LB here for pound. Okay, 2/15 of a pound of gold would be the total answer there. Okay, and last one. Sid cut 3 large pizzas into pieces that are 1/8 size pieces. How many pieces of pizza will Sid have altogether? Okay, so again, first we want to know what is it that we're trying to find out. How many pieces of pizza will Sid have altogether? We know that she has 3 large pizzas, and we want to cut those pizzas, into 1/8 sizes. So first we, and since we're cutting them up into smaller pieces, we know that we're dividing it, right? So let me see here. So we start with our dividend. So here's your 3 large pizzas. Now each of those pizzas we're going to cut into 8ths. So in other words, go like that and like that. Okay. So see, are each of these pieces 1/8? Well, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, then yes, each one of these is 1/8. So we have divided it, we've cut it into 1/8 size pieces. So let me just do a quick thing here. Whoops, what if I go like this? Okay, and we want to do the same thing with each of, oops, missing one there. With each of these pizzas, we want to divide it also into the same size pieces, right? We want to divide them into 8ths. So we're going to do that. And now we just want to know how many pieces are there total that she has. And we have 8 here. We have 8 here. We have 8 here, right? Because when you take one thing, you divide it into 8ths, you're going to have 8 pieces. So we have 8 plus 8 plus 8, and that's going to be a total of 24 pieces. All right. So that is just a review of multiplying and dividing fractions, but using those skills in solving real-world problems. We'll work more on that tomorrow. All right, see you then.